President of the United States. You'll notice that it would say, if you were to stamp it today, it would say, boom, George Bush, President, and then his jurisdictive area would be the United States. He couldn't claim, boom, George Bush, President, South Africa, because he's not the President of South Africa. So if God is making a law and he has to sign it into authority, how does he sign it? Where are his three characteristics? How does he identify that he is God and that his name is a certain character? And how does he identify his jurisdiction, his area where his power can take control? Well, all you have to do is go back into the law of God and look through them. Does God identify all three of those things? The title, or his name, the title, and his jurisdiction in the first commandment? Thou shalt have no other gods before me. Does he do that in the first commandment? No. What about the second commandment? You're not allowed to bow down to any graven image. Does he identify all three characteristics there? No. What about the third commandment? You're not allowed to use my name in vain. No. Let's skip to the end. What about thou shalt not kill, or thou shalt not commit adultery, or thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife or his goods? Does he anywhere there identify all three of those? No. The only place in the law of God, which we've seen is perfectly aligned with the character of God himself, the only place that he has all three of those characteristics needed to identify who he is in the fourth commandment. Read it with me here from the Decalogue itself. Exodus 20 verses 8 to 11. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. That's fine. Now he gives the reason. 6 days shalt thou labor and do all thy work, but the seventh day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God. So there he gives the law. Remember this. Don't change it. Then he says why, right? And he gives the background. He says, well, not only must you rest, but you're not allowed to do this, you're not allowed to work, etc., because it's a special day for me. Now he points out the exact reason why. He says, for in 6 days the Lord made heaven and earth, the sea, and all that in them is, and he rested the seventh day, wherefore the Lord blessed the Sabbath day and hallowed it. Okay, so where's the seal? Where's this magic seal that I keep on referring to? Well, remember, we're looking for the three characteristics: name, title, and jurisdiction. Here in the second half of the fourth commandment, he says, for in 6 days the Lord, that's his name. Number 2, made, that's his title, I'm the creator. And number 3, heaven and earth, that's his jurisdiction. Nowhere else throughout the Decalogue, throughout the Ten Commandments, throughout the gospel in its entirety, does he have all three in one law. Boom! So that has to be the place where God seals the document to make it authentic. If you remove that commandment, I could have written them. You could have written them. Who are you to come to Australia or to South Africa and say, from today onwards, the whole of South Africa is going to have to drive on the right-hand side of the road? But if the President of South Africa said it, people would sit up and take notice. Why? Because he's got authority.